Ford's F-150 fuel economy ratings come in lower than expected. Tesla and BMW are teaming up, and IndyCars will get more liberal aerodynamic rules than in Formula One. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily for November 24th, 2014. Ford just put out its much-awaited fuel economy numbers for the new F-150. Depending on the powertrain, the truck delivers 5% to 29% better fuel economy than the outgoing model. That sounds pretty impressive. But when you compare that to its main competitors, you've got to wonder what all the hype about dropping 700 pounds was all about. Ford is not the class leader. In fact, Ram's non-turbo V6 is 3 miles per gallon better than the 3.5-liter non-turbo V6 in the F-150. And the V8 in the Chevy Silverado beats the Ford 5-liter V8 by 1 mile per gallon overall. Of course, there are other engine options for the new F-150, but when you look at these comparisons, it does not seem like that lightweight body gave Ford any advantage. Tesla provides batteries to Daimler for the electric version of the Mercedes B-Class and smart cars, but in an interview with Germany's Der Spiegel, Elon Musk says now he's talking with BMW. They're especially interested in discussing charging stations, but BMW is reportedly interested in Tesla's battery technology, while Tesla is interested in BMW's carbon fiber technology. Nothing is official yet, but teaming up to grow EV sales sure makes sense. Still to come, why you're going to pay less if you're in the market for a used car. Audi is going to make a major announcement in 60 days, and some of the wildest looking concept cars you ever did see.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Ever since the Great Recession hit in 2008, used car prices started going up in the American market. In fact, they're up 20% since then. It was mainly caused by a shortage of good used cars. As new car sales crashed, the pipeline to used cars started to dry up. But with car sales running strong over the last 3 years, the pipeline is filling up, and Wards reports that used car prices will continue to go up, but at a much lower rate. In the next 60 days, Audi is going to announce 2 pilot programs in mobility services in the United States. In an interview at the LA Auto Show, Rupert Stadler, the CEO of Audi, told Autoline Daily that the company is studying which markets it wants to launch the programs in. One program, mirroring a pilot program in Europe called Audi Select, will offer customers 3 different vehicles as part of their lease. There's going to be a premium with that lease, and the cars may not be brand new, they could be service loaners. Many automakers are starting to experiment in providing mobility services, and we cannot wait to hear more details of what Audi is going to announce. This year's LA Auto Show was host to the 11th annual Los Angeles Auto Show Design Challenge, and that saw Infiniti's Synaptic take home the top prize. But after being at the show, I felt that from a design perspective, GM's Chaparral concept was much better looking. Of course, neither of these cars will ever go into production, but it's cool to see automakers coming out with wild dream cars, something you don't see very often these days. Indy cars are made by the same manufacturer and look exactly the same, except for their colors and graphics. Not next year. We're going to see some pretty dramatic differences. Coming up next, we'll talk about those changes.
Here's another great thing about the all-around performance of our Dueler tires. A comfortable, quiet ride.
At Bridgestone, our passion for performance knows no bounds.
There's more car news and industry insight from the Autoline Network every day. Take a moment to click that subscribe button. You'll never miss another Autoline episode. On last week's Autoline After Hours, I visited Honda Performance Development, which is responsible for the company's racing efforts in the United States, including creating new Aero kits for next year's IndyCars. In the following clip, Steve Erickson, the head of HPD, explains what it's all about.
That's a pretty big deal. It's going to be a step change in IndyCar racing. It's something that's never been done in IndyCar racing in this manner before. And essentially what we're doing is we're taking the spine of the Dallara chassis and we're clothing it in all new aerodynamic surfaces. So the performance change in the car is going to be fairly significant, I think.
So fans will now easily be able to distinguish between Honda-powered or Chevrolet-powered racing cars.
Yep.
And
So,
will it vary from team to team, or is it going to be a kind of a standard Honda kit?
It'll be a standard Honda kit. All the Honda teams will buy that kit from us. It will be distinctive. You'll recognize the Honda different from the Chevy. We've got a fairly open set of rules, so it's in some ways it's more open than Formula One in the aerodynamic side of things. So I think it's going to be quite exciting when people get a chance to see it unveiled for the first time.
And that's coming when? January or something like
probably
that?
January time frame. The Aero kit gets homologated January 18th.
Okay.
And that's the date when you present your designs to IndyCar and say, this is what we're going with.
Uh-huh.
At that point, your fate is sealed, and that's what you're going to be running.
As you F1 fans know, Lewis Hamilton won the 2014 Drivers' Championship yesterday in the final race of the season. And by the way, Steve Erickson says that next year, Indy cars will have more liberal rules than Formula One for the aerodynamic design of the front wings. And you can watch that entire interview on our website right now, or even on our YouTube channel. Anyway, that wraps up today's report. Thank you for watching.